last time I talked to you was before the draft. You know, I didn't like the draft at all. I felt we went offense first 3 picks in the draft. You know, we got a new defensive coordinator, DeMeco Ryans, and now look, it's not surprising how things are turning out at the moment. You know, the first 2 games they would give me games I felt like they were games we should have won. You know, obviously week 3, week 4 was where we played Packers, Seahawks, and that was going to be the true test. You know, last week I felt like I know a lot of people are always going to go on Jimmy because you know, as soon as he's lost a game, you know they want Trey in. You know, that's where they can push for it. You know, because he's not in. But Jimmy didn't lose that game. Like he made some mistakes, but Jimmy always makes mistakes. You know, when doesn't he make mistakes?
Sure, he did not lose that game. Nah.
Yeah, he put us in position to win, and he took the lead late in the game. But the problem was, you know, our defense couldn't stop them, and you can't give guys like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers those kind of chances because you know that's what they do. You know, guys like Mahomes, all of them.
They've done it so many times. So many times.
Exactly. And I think Ben was saying earlier, you know, we should have went after Asante Samuel in the draft, 100%. You know, he was there in the second round. He's been absolutely killing it. I think last time I talked to you, he was actually talking about Asante, and I was in the background, and I was like waving out to you, going like, "That's the guy." And yeah, you know, that's something I think we're going to regret. You know, same as other players over the years, where you know, I think Kyle, you know, he has control over the offense, and they win offense 3 picks in a row. You know, you should have taken a guy like Asante. And obviously, the other reason I didn't really like the draft was I felt we should have helped DeMeco a lot more. And, you know, Rod was just talking about it. Like, he doesn't probably have the personnel right now to run what he wants to run, you know. They're leaning on the safeties, the experienced guys like Ward and Tart to cover these young corners and help them. And he's not going to look good until we get him the guys he needs to run the personnel and run the defense how he wants to. You know, when Salah came in, same position as him, you know, we went out and we went defense the first 2 picks in the draft. We got Solomon and we got Ruben Foster, you know. So, yeah, I think Kyle really has to step up.
That is true. First thing they did was help out Salah.
Offense, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
2019 D4, Quan Alexander. Same. Nick Bosa. Yep. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So
they went and helped out the head coach who's not using those players, and his offense stinks right now through 3 games.
Yeah. And Kyle also, like, he also, you know, brought DeMeco in through the in-house. So he didn't go and get this real experienced DC that would have been like, oh, I need this for my defense. I need that. You know, he had the power over him to do what he wanted in the draft. Then he also brought John Lynch in too. So, you know, Kyle, you know, a lot of it falls back to Kyle at the end of the day. I heard Rod talking earlier, like me and Rod, sometimes we disagree on players and stuff, but I agree with them too. Like, you know, Kyle has shown his egotistical side, and sometimes he shows like as though he's a really good offensive mind in the game, and he probably is one of the top offensive coordinators if he stayed a coordinator. He still has a lot to learn in leadership, and it showed the other day. I think I was watching another show, and they were talking about Kyle. You know, he's calling the plays still, and he's given over the offensive coordinator job, so-called. But he didn't even know the rotation of the receivers that he was out on the field, and they were asking him, you know, why wasn't Sherfield?
Oh, you got to talk to Wes about that.
In the game more. Yeah, and he blamed it on Wednesday, like, you know, you don't do that. Like, you don't throw your guys under the bus. You know, that's one-on-one conversations. You pull them to the side and have, you know, and that's what real leaders do. That's what true head coaches do, the ones that are smart, you know. But, you know, that's Kyle, you know.
Pretty much. I think Kyle's just focused on his next drive, his next play call. That's what his mind, he's very locked into what he's been doing the last 10, 15 years, and he doesn't have that head coach mindset. And so certain things slip through the cracks on this team. Anyway.
Yeah. And just to finish off, Grant, I feel like this game's a huge game. I feel like, you know, I think I told you for the draft, I felt like we needed to win now. You know, this season, I feel like, you know, nothing's guaranteed. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. You know, you got to play for today in this season. So I feel like we need to win this game because our division's so competitive. And if we lose this game against the Seahawks, you know, I don't think we're going to have a good season. Like, we're not going to be able to compete with the teams like the Rams and that if we fall off this early and get to 500, you know. So this is a big game.
Huge game. People say you're spitting facts and that you're killing it. Ryan wants to know what your Twitter is so he can follow you for more insight.
On my Twitter, Quest for 6.
There you go.